Hello family, welcome back to the channel. It's good to have you guys back to the channel. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this lovely bag. It is a well detailed professional bag. Unlike my other simple DIYs that I'm doing, this one is a well standard bag. So let's dive in. So the interfacing I am using is called cariboard. This is a very strong interfacing. You can wash the bag without fearing that it's going to get destroyed, or without having the fear that it's going to deform. It's a very strong interfacing. So I've rubbed my gum. The next thing I'm going to go and do, I'm going to go and put my half-inch foam. The reason why I'm putting this half-inch foam is because I want to reduce the hardness on the front part of the bag, so that when you touch the bag you'll not be feeling the hardness of the cardboard. Instead, you'll be feeling the softness of the foam. So after putting my foam, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Sorry, guys, I'm going to write uh the measurements in the description box below, so you can just go to this description box to check for the measurements. So after putting my foam, the next thing I'm going to go and do is put the fabric. This is a very fine Ankara fabric. From the beginning of the video, you realize that it's a fabric that I used to make a dress. So I decided to make a matching bag with it. So you cut the fabric that will be enough. Make sure the excess on the sides is up to an inch on all four sides. So you just rub your gum on the sides like this, on the edges side like this, all four sides. Then you just keep pushing it in like this, the way you see it I am doing it. Make sure you cut off any excess. If the excess is too much, reduce it. So guys, if you are just viewing the channel for the very first time, please support this channel by clicking on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell, so that you get notified whenever we post in new tutorials like this. So when you're done, this is what it's going to look like. You see, the fabric is lovely, right? So this is a chipboard. That is what I'm going to be using as the inner interfacing. But this particular chipboard that I am I'm just putting it at the back of my bag, so that it will give it a little bit more structure. So after putting it, this is what it's looks like. As you can see, our bag is coming together. The next thing I'm going to go and work on the inner side. The measurements are the same. The only difference is that this chipboard is smaller by 0.5 inches. Don't worry, I'll put the measurement like I said in the description box. Now mind you, the part that is going to be facing inside, you see the way that it is like this space that I'm just sticking, this space that I'm tapping, is the part that I'm going to put the lining, because that is the part that is going to be visible inside the bag. So you put your lining. This lining, the lining I'm going to be using is a senator material. The reason I'm using it is because it is water resistable. There are different kinds of lining you can use for your bag, but me, I like using this one because it's easy for me to get here, and it's also easy to work with. And remember to add at least 1 inches extra allowance on four sides, so that you'll be able to fold it fold it in like this. So the next thing to do now is to work on your sides. As I said, I'm going to put the measurement in the description box below. So the sides, you cut up your fabric. Make sure the fabric is as always at least 1 inches excess on four sides. So you put your gum and you fold in the up part. Then you also put the gum and also put your lining on top and fold in or at the top. Then if you have a sewing machine, you can go and make a straight stitch just to secure that top part of your work. So having stitching, this is what it looks like. Now it's time to put my gum. I'm going to put gum everywhere. But please mind you, if you've put your gum before you went to stitch, there's no need of putting your gum anymore. But just make sure that you put enough gum that both fabrics will not move around. So guys, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back to the channel. I am not taking you guys for granted. I am so grateful for always coming back. Please, as always, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also say something nice in the comment section below. As you can see, I've gum it together in such a way that both fabric are glued to each other and they are not moving around. So the next thing I'll go ahead and do is to get a fabric of 1 inch. I'm going to fold it into two and fold it in again so that I will not have any rough edges. Then I'm going to be putting my d-ring. This d-ring is a and have an inch d-ring, and that is why I need a very small fabric for it. So I'm going to go ahead and poke holes. I'll first get the middle of the side, then measure from the top 2 inches. So I'll go ahead and poke holes. When I poke hole, I'll put the fabric holding the d-ring inside. If you have a sewing machine, you can stitch it, but if you don't have a sewing machine, you will just put a rivet. Sorry, you put a rivet. They're just this tiny. Don't worry, you see the rivet. So please concentrate and see how I did it so that you will understand what is going on here. Mind you, I am not cutting. I am only using the scissors to make the hole a bit wider. Please don't cut, because any mistake you make at this time, you just have to cut another one. It is not like that easy bag that you can just put an interface in. No, I did not cut. Please be careful. Just push it in gently and put your rivet. If you don't have a rivet plier like this, my plier, you can use your stone or a hammer to hit the rivet. Please guys, if you are enjoying the video, give me a thumbs up, and if you have any questions so far, please don't forget to put your questions in the description box, in the comment section, sorry, below. So when you're done, this is what it's going to look like. Please make sure you put gum on the remaining fabric so that it will not be moving around. So having done that, this is what our this thing look our side looks like. So the next thing you're going to go ahead and do is to put a very good amount of gum on the three sides. You remember that the sides have at least 1 inch allowance, so you are putting the gum on the 1 inch allowance. Then you go ahead and put the gum on the sides of the inner interfacing. You know, the measurement is first body, bottom, and second body. So you start from the first body and stop at the line on the second body, and that is why it's very important when you are making your measurements, you make straight lines so that they will serve as a guidelines for you as a beginner, in order for you not to make mistakes, so that you know where to start from. So you put the side, then you put the side. Oh Jesus, I am so sorry that those parts got missing, but this is what I was just actually doing. I put the first side, and I am going to also put the second side like this. Then I am going to arrange it. If the gum is not enough, put gum. You know, it's a no sew project, so you need enough gum to make it in place. So you put it, keep aligning it. Put your hand inside the bag so that it will not fold, because this chipboard that you're seeing, it's also called an yeah, I'm so sorry. I've forgotten the name of that this thing. If I remember, I'll tell you guys. So you just put your hand inside the bag and make sure it is well placed without having any issues. So what I do on this side is the same thing I'm going to go ahead and repeat on the second side. Please, while cutting the excesses, make sure you only cut the top excess. Don't cut it deep, just small enough, just cut little, so that when you are putting the outer body, it will not be bulky. So you see, we've already put our sides and our bag is coming together. Now the next thing is to put your magnetic fastener. There's no actual measurement for this. Me, I just looked for the middle, I covered the bag, and I saw the distance and I saw how close I want it to be. So I just poke holes on for the fastener. So please, when putting your fastener, make sure you put the one on the first body first. Now, after you've done that, the next thing is to put your gum and start joining the two bodies together. Please put enough gum, most especially at the sides. Put it on the outer body and also on the inner body. Put enough gum. As you know, it is a no sew tutorial, so you need as much gum as possible so that the bag will last. So you put gum all around, put gum everywhere, please. Then you start putting the bodies together. So just watch and see how I put the bodies together. The inner body is 0.5 inches smaller than the outer body. So make sure there is space when you are putting it together. So this place that I'm putting like this, there should be space, at least 2 inches, no, 0.2 inches space. That is like half centimeter space. Then the sides are perfect, the bottom is the same. So you see the way I'm just trying to make sure I don't have any gum stain, and to also make sure that no side is left no side is left untouched, and no side is left without gum, and no side is left squeezed, because at this point you can't afford to make any mistake, because you've already started putting your gums, and you can't just remove the bag, because if you remove the bag, your work will crumble, because it's going to have, apart from the fact that it's going to have gum stains, it will be difficult to work with it again. So at this point, if you make any mistake, you should just go and start cutting another bag, because it's not going to work out again. So you see, I'm trying to align the flap or with the body, so that I will know where to put the second part of the fastener. So I'm going to poke holes. Please, when you are trying, make sure it is aligned, because if it is not aligned, your bag will not close well. Use chalk to make a marking, or biro to make a marking, so that you get the actual part where the fastener should be. So you make your I'm using a scissors here, because I needed a straight hole, not a round hole, a straight hole. So after doing that, you just put it in, and you flap it together, then you put your gum and continue your work. So guys, after you've aligned everything together, you just put your fastener to make sure that everything is well in place. So the next thing is to start making your final touches, which is, put gum. There, I have a video on the channel. I'm going to put the link in the description box where I revamped a bag. I showed how to put a gum on your bag without having gum stain on your product. So I'm going to put the link so you go and watch that video and understand what I mean by finishing touches. This is just me putting clips to make sure, because the gum has to take time to dry. You can use your hammer to hammer it, or you can just use your clip to give it time to dry naturally. So after you put all your clips, you just give it some time to dry, and we're done with this bag. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope this video was explanatory enough. These are the kinds of bag I do, honestly, but it's because it is a bit complicated to explain. That is why I don't show more of this kind of tutorials, but I'm going to try to show more of this kind of tutorials so that you too can improve from just making ordinary bags to making professional bags. So I have a video also of something similar like this on the channel, of how I made a hexagon bag. So guys, I'm going to put the link in the description box so that you go and watch and see how I made that hexagon bag. And I have good news for you. If you don't have a cariboard or a chipboard, you can just use a carton. And that is even more reason why I'm going to put the link of that hexagon bag so that you understand much more better. So this is the final look. The bag handle is a chain. Thank you very much guys for tuning in. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you are going to try it out. Bye.